Matt Gibble with Reigning Faith Sports Massage, and today we're going to be looking at some self-massage techniques to warm up the tissue and prepare the lower leg, specifically looking at running activities. So I had some questions about plantar fascia type pain. So this is going to address that kind of discomfort, also vague ankle pain that is hard to pinpoint, and then also into the lower leg. So we're thinking about the posterior compartment of the leg. Won't be working directly on the plantar fascia. So we're going to be thinking more about the musculature here to get that loosened up so that it doesn't create undue tension around the heel, the calcaneus, and into where the plantar fascia is at, which is along this part. So what we're going to do is some general massage to start and to warm up that tissue. So I get just a little bit of massage cream, and I'm working from the Achilles tendon up into the leg, whole way through the gastrocs. And I'm going to warm that tissue up really good. I'm addressing the whole calf, but I'm thinking more specifically into the lower third of the calf. So I'm going to warm that up pretty good to start. And then what I'm going to do is pin the Achilles heel. And so what that looks like is I'm just getting right there, and I'm going to hold that Achilles tendon, actually, and move my foot back and forth. I can do that with both thumbs, or a thumb and a finger, and I'm going to glide up. So I'm pinning that tendon and moving the foot. And when I first did that, again, just like last week, the hamstrings, I felt some things let go. So that's releasing any adhesions that we might have in there. So I start off like that, and then I move into where the medial muscle is on the lower part, and that's going to be the soleus. Warm that up really good, and then move up into where we have the gastrocs, which those are those two heads of the calf that you see popping up when people are riding or running. Two distinct heads. So I'm getting them nice and warmed up. So I would spend a little bit more time on them getting warmed up. I'd take both thumbs like that, sort of make a V, come behind, right between those two heads of the gastrocs, and get down in there lower into a deeper muscle called tibialis posterior, which fills the space between the tibia and the fibula, but it is deep to the more superficial gastrocnemius and the soleus muscles. And then one of the major muscles that can create problems with plantar fascia pain that I've found in working with my clients is Flexor Digitorum longus. So that is a muscle that is responsible for flexing really these four toes, not the big toe, but the four toes. And what that does is comes up along here. And so where I'm at with the tibia right there, that muscle is filling in right behind there. And so what I will do is get more of a flat thumb and start low, get a flat thumb like that, and then sort of move my toes back and forth, or I might even move my whole foot back and forth just to get a little bit more movement in there. So I'm just pinning right in there with the flat thumb, and then moving the foot back and forth like that. Use this hand so you can see a little better. So I'm pinning, here's the fibula, I'm coming right behind, or tibia, coming right behind the bone, hooking in there, moving back and forth to address that pain that might be right in there. One thing I do want to mention as we're finishing up is after you get done running and you want to maintain some length, then you can do a good stretch. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull that tight against the butt. And then what I would do is you're actively lifting that up as much as you can. Give a little stretch at the end. Up, little stretch. Up, and a little stretch just like that. So you're bringing that up and you're just getting a little stretch. I would do that 10 to 12 times. One thing I would caution against is not icing the bottom of the foot with any ice or anything before you're going to exercise. And very acute inflammation, you might ice that after you're done running or jumping or dancing, but I wouldn't recommend it beforehand. Reason being, if I was to take silly putty, for example, and roll it real thin and put it in the freezer and pulled it out and then immediately tried to stretch it, what would happen? It would likely snap. Well, the plantar fascia on the bottom of the foot is a lot like that. It's a very thin connective tissue, and if it were to be very cold, then I would be concerned about too aggressive movements, too aggressive exercise would cause some potential tearing in there. So that's why I would avoid that. So try these techniques. Comment below. Let me know how they're working for them or what you need help with, and I hope that will help you in preparing for your work to avoid plantar fascia pain or any vague ankle pain that you might have. Once again, I'm Matt Gibble with Reigning Faith Sports Massage. Have a great day.